Thank you for attending the Plant Propagation Partnership Teachers Workshop, where we want to get the students engaged through your instruction in propagating floriculture. How did you like today's program?
I thought it was great. I learned a lot. I'm still new to being I've done horticulture for many years, but I'm always learning and looking to keep getting better and better at what I do, and that makes it's fun being a constant learner, and I really enjoyed it. I think every speaker offered a great perspective that they shared well with us, and each one connected with me really well, so I really enjoyed it.
I really enjoyed the workshop. Thank you for doing this for us. It was exactly what I was wishing that would happen, and it has. I grow a lot of tropicals at my school, also field crops, flower crops. So now I have the connections to take our production further, marketing our crops, and working with industry. So thank you. It was really good.
You're from Lahaina Luna High School in Maui, where you were the first high school in the state, and you used to produce all your own food.
Yes, and we have gotten away from that over the years. Our boarding program and ag both work together. Our boarding program was self-sufficient, had grown our own crops in the fields, raised chickens, and for eggs and meat, and also had a dairy. So we're trying to get back to, doing that again.
The second question is, do you think you will include floriculture in your teaching, and why? And you can go first.
Yes, definitely. I've gotten away from that too, but I want to get back to doing more floriculture, floral design. We grow sunflowers, cut flowers, and other cut flower crops. So other than our field crops, sweet corn and others, I want to grow flower crops also.
Yes, I also want to do it because I think it'll offer a new way to connect with a lot of students, and I think when you give students opportunities to be more creative, they can run with it, and it's always really neat to see what they come up with on their own. I've done succulent dishes before, but again, I'm a fairly new ag teacher, and I'm always looking to learn, and I learned a lot about floriculture today, and look forward to using it, definitely.
And would you be interested in having a representative of the floriculture industry come speak to your class, and why?
Yes, definitely, because they all had a great story to tell that connected with us, and I think that would connect well with my students. It was very inspirational to hear, how they got first involved in it, and just for us, yes, and it gives us always food for thought, and for us as educators too, we want to figure out and what's the next step for our students, and it's nice to get the industry perspectives and connect the dots,
Yes, definitely. I have some students who like art, they like business, and I never thought of, bringing those other areas into my program. And I would welcome anyone who's an expert in the field to come and talk to my students to explore careers in those fields that can mix ag with art, design, business.
How did you like today's program, Terry?
Well, I thought it was very inspirational. The opportunity to network with folks in the industry was inspiring and motivated me. Second question?
No. You answered one.
Okay, here we go.
I really enjoyed it because I feel like it really relates to how we teach, or how I teach, learn by doing method, so that we actually got to do the activities was really inspiring and exciting for me.
I really enjoyed the program today. As a girl with an animal science background in ranching, it was a great change, and it really added some tools to my toolbox, and it was kind of cool because I just learned how to tissue culture with my early college class yesterday, so now I get to see the second step that we have yet to do.
I'm also an animal science major, and I have lots of animals, but I do want to expand my greenhouse, and this is going to be a perfect way to partner with industry to get that greenhouse not only built, but filled. And schools don't have a lot of money, so partnering with the industry is going to help us funding-wise as well.
Thank you, everyone. So, question number 2. Do you think you will include floriculture in your teaching, and why?
I already include floriculture. What I'm excited about is the opportunity to maybe get this as an FFA competition with this as a catalyst. Might take it to the next level, and that's what I'm really excited about. There was talk about it several years back. I think this may be the catalyst with support from industry.
Yeah, so I also included in my program, we grow vanilla orchids, and we also have a multitude of different kinds of orchids as well. But I'm trying to institute a Floral Friday into my class. So I'm trying to bring in a new class where it's just strictly floriculture, but getting the funding is where it's difficult.
So we're a brand new program. Kapa'a High hasn't had an ag program or FFA since the 80s. So I'm here to kind of bring the program back. And what makes me excited about instilling floriculture into my program is, number one, I find it a great marketing outlet for our program. Number two, it's a great way for those kids to connect with industry. I'm going to be teaching my first capstone class next semester. And the real focus of my capstone class is to really get kids out into the community and see how ag is applicable for career opportunities. I think that's the hardest thing as an ag teacher. I was formerly trained in Oregon, so it's kind of hard to relate that to the students of these are the actual job opportunities that you have in agriculture. And this floriculture workshop was really eye-opening for me, so definitely.
Konawaina has been trying to get a florist on campus for a couple years. The old ag teacher, which was my ag teacher that was with Mr. Moniz for many years, he kind of started it, but I want to actually get it up and running where the staff can order a bouquet or order an arrangement, and the kids go out in the field on the farm, pick whatever they need, make the arrangement, deliver it, and bring in money for the program. So that's our hopefully someday able to do part of ag class.
Like a business.
No, yeah, it's going to totally be a business, and it's going to be a way for our kids to do the business side of it, but plus the horticultural side of it, plus the floriculture side. So they tie everything together into one class. So that's our hope.
Would you be interested in having a representative of the floriculture industry come speak to your class, and why?
That's a no-brainer. We're always looking out there to try to bring folks from industry to inspire our youth. You know, a lot of them are never exposed to ag. Some of them are put into our classes, have no idea why they're there. So bringing some folks from industry and tell them what they're doing with their lives might inspire them. I think for the non-trad kids, in our case, my program anyways, girls, getting them in floriculture, I do the corsage making contest and FFA. It brings more of those types in, and their friends bring their friends in, and who knows? Might get a future florist.
Yeah, I agree with Mr. Moniz. You know, anytime you can get a guest speaker, it's an asset as a teacher. It's really a positive impact that it leaves on the kids. And, you know, having somebody who's actually in the industry that they're going to be able to go out and work in, and that maybe it can lead to some type of internship, some kind of pathway for the kids to get there. So that's what I think is super valuable and exciting about it, too.
Bouncing off kind of what they spoke about, I think for a lot of these kids in that millennial and Gen Z, like we talked about earlier, they need to understand the why. Why am I doing this, and why is it important? And to have me stand up there and talk about it and have a plan and try to explain it is one thing, but to bring somebody in that's super passionate about what they do and that this is their life, I think brings a different perspective into the classroom. It allows the kids to share that passion And I think floriculture is a great way to get those creative kids in ag as well. Like, I'm not the most creative person, but to bring somebody in that would bring that creativity and that art piece to the classroom would be great.
Right. For us, I think I focus more on career than I do college in my class. And so bringing somebody from industry in, it's going to be more eye-opening for them than if I was to bring a college in to tell them what they had to offer. And even though we don't have a lot of floriculture in Kona, for them to see what they can do, even if it is Hilo on the other side of the island, just seeing what they have the potential to do might open up some eyes and open up some ideas and just get it to a point where they say to themselves that they can do it. And if they want to do it, they probably will.
How did you like today's program?
Today was really awesome. My background has not been in floriculture. I've been doing more edible plants, and so this is really eye-opening and really educational for me and really inspiring.
I also loved it because I normally teach marine science and regular or like integrated general science, and so I didn't know much about growing flowers, and personally I really like them, so it was really cool to learn a lot about it, and not just learn about it but also ideas for how we can use it in our classroom.
Yeah, and I thought today was really great that all of the information that was provided is stuff that we can use, and we can readily use it probably tomorrow if we wanted to. But even all the connections that we made, I really appreciated it all.
So, question number 2. Do you think you will include floriculture in your teaching, and why?
Yes, definitely. I'll use it now that I know about it and have more resources. Definitely, there's so much more than I thought there was, and I think it's really good for the kids to see the whole spectrum, and just good experience for the kids to know about.
I think I will use it, especially next year when I teach more natural resources classes, because I only teach one right now, but next year I'm going to have more freedom and more classes to try stuff. So I definitely think I'll try to incorporate a lot of these ideas, and even just the little things like incorporating plants into the classroom. I think that's something we could try, see if it works.
Yeah, I think that we would definitely use more flowering plants into our curriculum, because we've been doing a lot of native plants, but I think getting our students' attention would be more of the flower plants, because I think they really would appreciate it and like it, and who doesn't like flowers?
Ken, would you be interested in having a representative of the floriculture industry come speak to your class, and why?
Yes, definitely. I teach at Waipahu Intermediate, and so at the intermediate level, I think it's really important to show the kids exploratory and just show them all the different opportunities of jobs, and so they have an idea of when they go to the high school of what kind of careers they should pursue.
Yeah, I would definitely want someone to come talk to my students, especially the freshmen, just to kind of motivate them, and then also for the seniors to give them a more broader view of what natural resources careers could look like. And I think sometimes they think that it's just farming, or just farming a certain type of plant, and so I think it would be really cool to expose them to guest speakers from here.
Yes, so I think we would really like to have people come in, because it's more impactful, I think, if someone from the industry is able to come in and show what they do, and they make it look cool and interesting, and I think it would really grab the students' attention.
Teachers of Hawaii, thank you so much for what you do. The best of the best. Thank you.